kick somebody's ass. I mean, that's why we're here.
That is caught! Left center! Reds win!
And this ball is launched. High and very deep to right, long gone. It's second of the night. Elly De La Cruz.
Short lead for Pena. Larkin drills it. Do you believe this? That's going to be gone! Back to back! Walk-off home runs! How about this? The hero is back! He's back! He's back!
And a swing and a drive! Deep left field! This one belongs to the Reds! Swung on and hit deep to left field! That ball is going to be gone! Home run! And the Reds put it tied to score!
Goes to second one. Around to first. Got a double play! And the Reds sweep the Cubs. Breaking ball. Hit high. Hit deep. Way back there. And gone! Into the second deck and left. Christian Encarnacion Strand walks it off.
Archer does it! In his major league debut! He gets the final 3 outs, and the Reds get an extra inning win. A thriller 5-4.
Swung on, fly ball, hit the deep right field. That ball is gonna be gone. A grand slam home run by Mike Cameron.
2 outs, 2 on. Reds down by 1. Larkin down the line. It's a winning. It's a winning. Here comes Tucker. Here comes Steins. Larkin's won the game. Barry Larkin gets mobbed. Look at this scene. It's synergy.
The stretch, the pause and the pitch. And a line drive, base hit left center field. A single for Aaron Boone. And this one belongs to the Reds. The Reds have won 8 in a row.
Kobayashi with a long look turns it loose, and Dunn hits it to deep right. It's all over. And this one belongs to the Reds. The Reds have won their 5th game in a row. They've defeated the Cleveland Indians on an Adam Dunn 3-run home run, 4-2. In on the corners at first and third. 2 on, nobody out. Here's Royce Ring pitching, no bunt. Ground ball by the third baseman into left field. Jay Bruce rounds third. This one belongs to the Reds.
That's hit pretty good. Guess what? He doesn't need speed. That's gone. He's the king of the Queen City tonight.
With 1 out here in the 11th inning, you sure got to go now.
1 out, pull down the left field line. That ball is going to get the winning run in. Here comes Jay Bruce rounding third, heading toward the plate. And this one belongs to the Reds.
Huge situation for Votto. Why you paying the big bucks to deliver the goods with 2 outs in the 9th inning? Can he do it? In the gap, right center field, and Votto delivers the goods.
Hit deep center field. Hank Hill going back at the warning track. Oh, he gone. It's gone. Joey Votto is delivering.
Reds fans, what's going on? Welcome to the Chatterbox Reds live pregame show. I'm Hunter Hirsch, joined by Max Alfonso, bringing you some pregame coverage of Reds Brewers. 4-game set in Milwaukee. Max, how we doing?
I'm great. Just another night of baseball. We look forward to this for a long time, and it's nice when they just keep coming, these games. It's fun. Now we're back into it.
Yeah, it is nice when they just keep coming. It'd really be nice if some runs cross the plate tonight for the Reds. 19 straight scoreless. But hey, we believe, said before the year I wasn't going to pass any judgment on this team until this series. So if they're going to do anything this year, I think they at least got a split, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I'll get into the previous game recap. Well, not too much to say about the Reds yesterday. Daytime baseball, another 1-0 loss for the Reds against the Rangers. That's back-to-back 1-0 losses. Reds dropped the series 2-1. Won the run differential battle 14-5, but unfortunately couldn't come out on top with any wins. Looking for some series MVPs, you can look at pitching and Elly De La Cruz, and that's about it as far as team MVPs.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It felt like yesterday there were times when, all right, maybe we're getting something going. Fraley gets on, immediately picked off to end the inning. The last inning, thought they could have a chance, and they couldn't get it through. And then Leiter, after he left after 5 innings, you just have to think like, all right, maybe now we got the starter out, we can start get something going. And just nothing, no life at all. the last 2 games they've been rough.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, man. I just want to see no perfect game headed into the 5th or 6th inning tonight. Give me a base runner first time through the lineup, and I'll probably be happy for the rest of the night. That's the way that I put it.
Yeah.
But again, thank you everybody for watching. We appreciate you tuning into the stream. This is our debut, so any feedback helps. Be sure to like the stream. We'd like to keep our jobs. Nick Kirby says we have to like the stream or we don't keep our jobs. So that's how it goes. But we'll get into the opponent breakdown. Obviously, both teams 2-4. Brewers coming in a little happier than we are. Took 2 of 3 from Kansas City after dropping the opener. They got swept by the Yankees on opening weekend. Max, your thoughts on the Brewers?
Well, I mean, coming into it, they're 2-4, like you said, and they have a negative 32 run differential. Now that mainly comes from that Yankee series where I think they lost that game 20-9 when we'll get into tonight's starter, but Nestor Cortez was starting that game. Wasn't great. But you look at their lineup so far, we'll get into it more as the show goes on, but a lot of their big boppers, a lot of slow starts so far, but from some of the big names that we're used to. Willie Adames isn't there anymore, which I think every Reds fan can celebrate that. So, but yeah, what do you got for the Reds lineup tonight?
Reds lineup, let's see, starting off, TJ Friedl getting the start against the left-handed pitcher. He's got reverse splits, didn't start when Robbie Ray was on the mound in Cincinnati for San Francisco. He'll be in center. Matt McLain bats second, Elly third, same business as usual there from Tito. CES will play first. He's in the cleanup spot. Jamer right behind him. Blake Dunn will be in right field and bat sixth. Spencer Steer, a focus of Trace's rant yesterday, in the DH spot, bats seventh. Santiago Espinal in left field. We had some conversations about that. We'll get to that here in just a second. And Jose Trevino will catch, and then Nick Lodolo on the mound for the Reds today. Let's see, Max, what do you think about this lineup? Anything pop out to you want to talk about?
It would just look so much better if Steer was healthy. That's the biggest takeaway is he's a pretty good hitter against left-handed pitching. Wasn't as good last year, but when we see a left-handed pitcher, Steer's one of the guys we want at the plate. And right now, he just doesn't look healthy. And I don't know how much longer they'll continue to run him out there. I wonder if when Hayes comes back, whenever that is, if they're like, all right, Steer, let's take a few weeks off and get some rest. But Espinal in left field, what are your thoughts on that?
Well, it's different. I'll give you that. We've seen kind of a carousel in left field to start the year. I mean, really all over the outfield, other than center, which, Friedel's played 5 out of the 6 so far in center. Had Blake Dunn against Robbie Ray when San Fran was in town. But I don't know, man. Espinal's a great defender at third. I think he's our best defender at third base. Candelario, I mean, he's got his feet in cement over there at times. So we'll hope for no plays in the hole that Elly can't make, and we'll see what happens. That's kind of the way that I'm going right now.
The play yesterday when Candelario, I think it was yesterday, came up to barehand that ball when Jock Peterson's running 1 mile per hour down to first base. It's like, just put your glove down. You had plenty of time to make the play, and it's just he's tough to watch over there sometimes. But
yeah,
it is.
It's early. Still getting back in the swing of things. So if he's going to be our third base guy, I want him to pick it up at the hot corner on the defensive end, and we'll see what happens. As far as the Brewers go, they're the big bad wolf, and we're 14-37 against them in the last 4+ seasons. And this is, this has been our kryptonite. And Ric Flair once said, to be the man, you got to beat the man. If the Reds want to be the man, then you got to beat the Brewers. And they've won the division 3 out of the last 4 years, won it last year. 90-win team, and they're perennially in the playoffs. So we got to do something here. First divisional matchup of the year. These mean so much, especially moving up and down in the standings. Got to get something done.
Yeah. Early in the year like this, I feel like with the new schedule, we don't see them as much. So these games they're just so much more important now to get those tiebreakers and whatnot, and just wins in general. I mean, both teams are 2-4. Both teams need a win. I'll go ahead with the Brewers lineup. In right field, Jackson Chourio, really good young player. DHing, batting second, Christian Yelich. He is really struggling to start the year. He had back surgery to end last year, so he's probably getting in the swing of things a little bit. William Contreras hitting third, catching. Rhys Hoskins batting fourth, playing first. Contreras and Hoskins also off to slow starts. Sal Frelick in center. Vinny Capra hitting sixth, playing third. Isaac Collins playing left, batting seventh, and Joey Ortiz playing short, and Bryce Terang playing second, rounding out the lineup. What are your thoughts on the Milwaukee Brewers tonight?
I mean, you've got some of the usual killers in there. Chourio had a good year against us last year. There's no Willie Adames, which we talked about off air, thankfully. I mean, we had to deal with him on opening weekend, didn't do much. But when we played these guys last year, it was every time he was doing something. I'm looking at that 9 spot to flip over the order with Bryce Terang. I mean, he's got 2 homers and 10 RBIs in his career against the Reds in just 2 seasons. And he's a real threat to run, on the base paths, got great speed. I think he stole 8 bases against the Reds, 7 or 8 in his career. So I think he's going to be a key guy for Lodolo and this bullpen to get out. I mean, if you don't want him flipping that lineup over and you want to end the inning and have, kind of a clean inning to start the next slate against the top of that order, I don't want Chourio and Yelich, Contreras, Hoskins, and even Frelick. I don't want those guys up with base runners on because they can do damage, and this can get out of hand real quick if guys like Terang and Ortiz are able to get on and turn that lineup over in an inning. And that's just such a key for Lodolo tonight. And we'll get into starting pitching matchup here as well. Battle of the lefties tonight, Nick Lodolo and Nestor Cortez. Max, what you got on Lodolo?
Last time out, 6 innings, 2 runs, only 1 strikeout for Lodolo. Normally, I feel like you see that strikeout number up. I think tonight, we're going to see him strike a lot of more guys out. He's a sinker, fastball guy, changeup, curveball. He's got a good pitch mix. Lodolo is probably my favorite pitcher to watch. I love watching Green cook when he's going. Like yesterday was a blast, but Lodolo, there's just something about him when he's because teams will stack righties against him, and he'll throw that curveball and it'll like hit guys in the back foot and they're swinging at it and it's hitting them, and I love watching Nick Lodolo, so I'm really excited tonight. He's in his career against the Brewers, he's got a 3.3 ERA, so it's probably been pretty good in Milwaukee.
Yeah, and the starting pitching for us, it's kept us in games. I mean, we don't have a shot to win either of those Texas games with how the offense was outside of Monday. We don't have any shot to win those games unless Green and Spires they cooked. Yeah. They did their job and didn't get any run support, unfortunately. Bullpen, same deal. They've gotten on to a strong start outside of opening day, and there was a tough inning in the finale in San Francisco, but still they've done their job, and that's all you can ask them to do. I'm not asking for Mariano Rivera out of the bullpen. I'm asking to go in there, get 3 outs, and let's move on. And we got to get – at the end of the day, we can't win if we don't score. So that's kind of the way that I'm looking at it. Lodolo, talked about him facing off with Terang, that left-on-left matchup. I think against this righty-stacked lineup, the most important pitch for him tonight is the inside fastball. Without question. If he can paint that inside corner, middle to upper and keep it off the middle of the plate, he can set up that back foot breaking ball you talked about. He's really got a shot to go deep into this game, strike some more guys out. He didn't really have the command of that breaking ball the last time, but he was able to pitch to contact, didn't have his best stuff, got out.
Yeah, I think tonight we're going to see a good pitching performance from Lodolo. Hopefully the lineup will pick it up. I mean, not scoring in 19 innings, like you have no shot, literally. You can't win when you don't score. So what do you got on Nestor Cortez, who's given up a lot of runs to start the year?
Yeah, so Nasty Nestor lived up to the name in the wrong direction his last time out. Starting against his former team, took the ball against the Yankees. He gave up 5 home runs. Currently, through 1 start, leads the league in home runs allowed. Through 2 innings, struck out 2. Walked 5, gave up 6 hits, and 8 earned runs. First 3 pitches he threw this year, he was asking for a new ball from William Contreras because it was with the bleacher creatures out there in the Bronx. So if the Reds can't get to whatever version of Nestor Cortez we see tonight, we might be in trouble. That's hadn't scored in 19 innings. Nestor Cortez looked just horrible in his season opening performance. You got to get to him early because we've seen what the Brewers have in the bullpen in the past. You know, Devin Williams isn't there, but they still have horses in that bullpen, just guys that are flamethrowers. You know,
they just find guys.
Yeah, I mean, whatever devil magic wish factory they have going on in the bullpen, I mean, it hadn't stopped in years because they had Hader, and now Hader, and then Williams. Now Tyler McGill's throwing 102 at the top of the zone and dropping a 12-6 curve that, I mean, I don't know how you hit it. So if you got to get to Nestor early, get a lead, and keep those horses that they want to bring out of the bullpen in the bullpen. That's our entire key for the offense. Just get guys on, get into Nestor's pitch count a little bit. We're close to last, I think 29th in the league in walk rate right now. So the Reds got to be patient, wait on your pitch, and, you know, figure it out. Just get 1 run across the plate, and maybe this snowballs is the way that I look at it.
Yeah, I think the Reds could do the old ambush tactic tonight, like the Yankees did against Nestor. Just come out swinging, try and get some really fastballs and drive them. We were talking about who we like to go deep. I like McLain to go deep tonight. What do you think?
Big on Matt McLain to go deep tonight. And you know, in his career, he's a .340 hitter against left-handed starters. He has 7 home runs. You know, OPS above 1,000. I mean, and Nestor, I mean, he's given up home runs to Austin Wells, which that's left on left, obviously, but Austin Wells not a perennial power hitter. So that's also got, I think Candelario has a solid night. He's looked non-competitive the last few days, but 2 for 3 in his career against Nestor, which limited sample size, but I'll take 2 for 3 over 0 for 3 every time.
He's our best hitter career against Candelario. Against Nestor, not many guys have hit against Nestor in this lineup, but Jose Trevino was the catcher for the Yankees the last 2 years when Nestor was there. So I don't know. I feel like we could get a Trevino game tonight. If it's going to happen, I feel like tonight would be the night. He knows what's coming, just like the Yankees did. So who knows? Maybe we get a Trevino night and shocks the world, and never know. Well, we'll take whatever we can get from anyone at this point. Whatever it takes. Just get us a few.
Yeah, man, and especially the bottom half of the lineup outside of the game against outside of the Wins home run against Robbie Ray and the Texas game, the opener, the bottom of the lineup has done nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, virtually nothing. And if we can get Trevino batting in the 9th spot, it would be huge to get the lineup flipped over in the middle of an inning. Say there's 1 out, we've got a guy on first, and Jose Trevino's at bat. And he just smack one through the right side. That's flip the lineup over. TJ Friedl, great against lefties for his career, obviously reverse splits. And then, you know, Friedel's job is to get on base. That's what Tito wants him to do. So if you can get not Tito, if you can get Friedl on base, all of a sudden you got 3 guys on, there's 1 out, and Nestor's in trouble. And he's not going to be able to do any of, the left-handed Johnny Cueto stuff, dancing on the mound with these runners all around him.
Yeah, that's his thing, that the Nestor rock or whatever he calls it. A lot of times in his windup, he'll stop or he'll go fast. I think he got called out for it last year by an umpire, but Reds fans probably remember Cueto doing the rock and stuff, but Nestor, he'll take it to another level.
Yeah, man, he's dancing up there, man. It's like MC Hammer. It's crazy. I don't understand how he has the balance to do it. I mean, if I tried to do that, probably gonna have to go to the hospital. But if we got to get on him early, get him out of his rhythm. I'm very interested to see Elly against the left-handed starter. We've only seen it once, and that was against Ray. Very interested to see, obviously in the spring, big power against lefties and was hitting the ball well. Felt like he got kind of robbed by that real bad wind that was coming in from right field against Ray. Got a pitch low and away and was able to go with it and drive it out the other way. And much like Cincinnati, Milwaukee's not very deep in right. So it's I'm interested to see how he looks. And, we can talk about McLain and all our guys till the cows come home, but the bottom of this lineup has got to produce or we don't have a chance.
If with the way it's been so far, if Elly and McLain don't have insane games, then there's no chance. Like they need other guys. They need other guys to step up if they want to have chances to win these games and a chance to win this series.
Yeah, and we talked about it at the Open. This is our big bad wolf, and they're going to huff and puff and try to blow the house down, but we're going to have to weather the storm. Milwaukee's always a great environment. Been there in the past. Those fans, very dedicated fans, they get in the building, and they're loud for their team. And we got to take the crowd out of it, or it's going to be tough. And this is a team. They're 2-1 at home. Very good Kansas City Royals team that they took 2 of 3 from after the drop in the opener, and some extra inning games in there. So didn't take a huge look at their bullpen availability, but you have to think in a division series they're going to have all their guys ready to go.
Yeah, I'm expecting that. What do you think is the Reds' path to victory tonight?
Path to victory tonight, I would start by you got to get on Cortez early, and home halves of innings very frequently in the last few days have not been very kind to us. So maybe being the road team, first road game of the year, maybe the top half of the inning is a little more kind to the bats. So I think you get on him. If they can play a couple of runs in the first 2 innings and really give Lodolo some support and some confidence, like, hey, we're behind you and we're going to get this thing done tonight. We're not dropping 3 in a row.
Yeah.
If that's the way to go. Just ride Lodolo, great defense behind him. That's your best chance. That's our best chance of victory.
Bullpen wise for us, I mean, everyone should be available. We've been lucky to have Spires pitch well the other night, and then Green obviously yesterday going 7. Who do we go? We went Santion yesterday, and Rogers.
Santion yesterday, and then Pagan. I believe Pagan through the 9th yesterday, but you're at your full disposal with the bullpen. I mean, the only person who's pitched 2 days in a row since Saturday is Brent Suter, and he threw 2 days. He threw on Sunday and he threw on Monday, and those are the last 2 times he pitched. So you've got everybody headed in. You're not down your closer like we wouldn't be down Pagan because he threw yesterday. Not down Santion because he threw yesterday. Graham Ashcraft is there. All your lefties are there. Obviously there's some issue with Sam Mole, how he looked in his first outing of the year, but that's a guy we're going to need. And 4-game set, he's probably going to have to pitch.
Yeah, if we're in a closing situation tonight, I like. Do you want to see Santion in the 9th? I don't think I'm there yet. I still want to. I'd rather see Pagan or Rogers over Santion in the 9th.
For the moment, because just simply off the fact that he closed it down, was able to get the job done. Emilio Pagan is the guy. He's the guy.
Not Chabot.
Lord no. Opening day, I was standing room only on the Budweiser deck. I was a broken man in the top line.
I couldn't believe it.
Broken man.
And Ian Chabot right out the bullpen. We've only seen him once since? Once or twice?
See, threw an inning in a third. The other day got Rogers out of a jam. Was able to get us, kept it a 1-0 ball game. So I have belief, cautious belief in Ian Chabot if he's not pitching in the 9th inning.
I've always liked Chabot. Like I think he's fine. It's just I think we have better options in the 9th inning, and I agree with you. I think Pagan Pagan's the guy in the ninth inning tonight. And Santillan, seems like Tito's using him. I think he described it as the fireman role. Just come in the eighth inning and hold it and try and get it to the ninth. But it'd be nice tonight if we just didn't need a closer or anything and we could just win by like 8. But we'll need to score runs for that. So we'll see.
Yeah. We shall see. We shall see. We'll take a look at some of the comments tonight. It seems like some positivity in the chat this evening. So let's go Reds. And then it's got Carrie Reinert saying she does not know about Spencer Steer's situation. So Steer has a shoulder issue that's been bugging him dating back to last year. Had sort of a setback in the spring, and he's, I believe, starting a throwing program. Might be mistaken on that, but currently he can only DH. So that's the current situation with Steer. Why, you don't have Espinal at third and Steer in the outfield, and then Candy is the DH. That's the current situation, as far as I know, with Spencer Steer.
Yeah, it's really it's tough to watch him right now. He just doesn't look like himself. I know he had to really lobby to get on the roster. And I do wonder, like, if they didn't put Steer on the roster, who would have been on the roster? Would they have kept Fairchild in that scenario? Would they bring up Hines? Like, I'd kind of like to see Hines or Benson right now, truthfully, but I don't know.
Talking last night, we had our little meeting before the show, and we're hoping to put Reese Hines on the graphic today. Knew we were facing a lefty, and there's no pop in the outfield, really. I mean, TJ Friedel, he can hit home runs. He's done it in the past, and I'm not Blake Dunn, hadn't seen it. And Santiago Espinal, I mean, he can hit the ball hard, but I don't think he's driving the ball out of here.
Yeah, I'm at the point where normally I don't like to panic early in the year, and I'm not panicking, but with Jake Fraley not looking good at all early in the year, yesterday running into that out, they don't even really play Hurtubise. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing Hines or Benson. Benson's been tearing the cover off the ball in Louisville, so hopefully. But I mean, best case scenario, I think right now is Fraley gets going and we just don't have to worry about that. But we'll see what happens.
I don't have that level of confidence in Fraley, especially after last couple post-game shows. I mean, to his credit, he did hit the ball hard yesterday. His single was roped back up the middle, and that's kind of the way that I see it at the moment. Keep looking through the chat again. We got Ricky says, one of the hosts of the show, the pregame show, Ricky Logan, had a nice interview with Tom Brenneman today. Went out on Twitter. I believe it's Red Hot Reds is what it is. Cortez going to get crushed again. God, we can only hope. And that's kind of the way that I put it. And previewing the weekend, this is the starting rotation that's really banged up for the Brewers. They've got even the bullpen too. They have 9 pitchers on the injured list.
Yeah, they're one of those teams that just finds guys. Like, I think Chad Patrick starting Sunday. I don't know who Chad Patrick is, but I don't know.
I'm going to be honest with you,
they just find guys.
I don't know either. I honestly don't know either.
Yeah.
I believe, and they'll go back to prediction. Oh, the weather. Forgot the weather, but the roof will be closed, I would assume, in Milwaukee, as it will be 44 and cloudy up in Wisconsin tonight. All right, Max, any final thoughts headed into the, closing the show, our first pregame show? How you feel?
I would feel so much better if they would just score like 5 runs tonight. Just score 5. Just get us halfway to 10, and we'll see what happens. We'll go from there. Just please score runs, please.
Yeah, man. Last game recap, we had a hard time filling time right there with, Team hadn't scored in 19 innings, and we're only going to see one of the 2 starters that helped out in the last couple of games during this series. That's Spires on Sunday. And, so just my only prediction for the night, the Reds are at least going to score. I don't know when it's going to happen. They're going to score.
I think so as well. I'm feeling a McLain homer. I know you are too. I think think the first inning McLain homer, that would hit. That would really hit hard. That'd be sweet.
Ricky in the chat just bragging that they scored runs with him and Michael on the show. You live and you learn, man. Kumar Rocker. I'll blame that on Kumar Rocker. All right. Well, we're going to head out here. Everybody be sure to tune into the post-game show tonight. Trace and Nick, as always, will be on the post-game show in the 9th inning. They'll go live then. Happy Dolo Day to everybody, especially you, Bryant Miller, in the chat. Thanks, everybody, for watching. And we are going to call it a day, our first pregame show. Again, I'm Hunter Hurst, co-host Max Alfonso. Thanks, everybody, for watching. We'll see you Wednesday, I believe, is our next pregame show. All right. Go Reds, everybody.